Guys, can you hear me? Okay, I am just kidding. I am here. I am live. Sorry, my first video, I had a little freak out because I thought I went live on my own page. So I just want to make sure, I wanted to make sure I was here in Mascara Troop Beauty Group. I am looking at my computer because I had to be sure that this is real. If you do not know me, my name is Rox. I am going to give people a few minutes to jump on here. I am in my husband's studio, so that is why the headphones and the microphone and all the sound padding in the back, it is a little crazy in here, a little intimidating, very dark because the man loves black. Apparently, if you tell a man that he can paint a room any color, it's gonna be black. It's always going to be black. So I am going to jump right in. I am here today to tell you all the reasons I should not be an artist. Girls, we are going to do a TED Talk today. So I hope you're ready. And I have my notes right here. So if you see me looking over to the side, it is just because I want to make sure I'm hitting all my points. I will make sure to go back and edit the video in a minute in the description so that you know what I have on my face today because, whew, I feel like I'm looking real fine, y'all. Hello, got my freckles glowing and everything. So, question for you real quick while people are jumping on. What form of self-care have you had to figure out how to do yourself during the quarantine? So for example, I did dip dye nails for the first time. I ordered them, I dipped them. Y'all, I am in love and my husband is going to be in love once he sees how much money this is saving us. So we'll see. But you guys go ahead and start commenting how you're taking care of yourself through all of this. I will probably read comments later. They don't always show up on my phone first thing. So yeah, it's not going to show me right now. But I will read them later. If you guys have questions throughout this, feel free to either reach out to your artist or comment here. If I see the comments, I will absolutely answer your questions. But for some reason, when I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, sometimes it thinks that also means questions and comments. So we will see. But yeah, I had to do dip dye nails. I'm loving them. I had to basically get rid of the gels I had though, and that was the hardest part. But look how good they look. Look how good they look. Girl. Ooh, yes. And I got Rossi, in case anyone wants to know. Rossi nails. I'm Rox. I am straight out of Virginia. I have lived everywhere, kind of. I have kind of a gypsy life, but I am back in my hometown and loving it with my husband and my two wild boys. If you don't know me, then you don't know that I am obsessed with Dolly Parton. Chickens. I love chickens. We used to have chickens in Florida and I cannot wait till we get chickens again here. And I love Crocs that don't look like Crocs, which is the key. If they look like Crocs, not really a fan. But I like Crocs dress shoes because they don't look like Crocs and they're actually really cute. Yeah, so that's me. Dolly Parton, chickens, Crocs. Also, for you, a second question. What is the first place, or not even the first place, what's the best place that you want to go when you're done with quarantine? We are doing a thing where we are saving $5 a day for every day that we're quarantined, so that hopefully by the time we get out, we have all this fun money to go maybe to Gatlinburg. Maybe just go to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. We'll have a lot of money saved up, that's for sure. So yeah, see, it's still not going to show me comments right now. I don't know why it does that. Why does it? There we go. Okay, Now I'm seeing comments. All right. So once again, I'm going to ask y'all real quick. Am I in Mascara Troop Beauty Group right now? Because I am kind of freaking out. I keep thinking this is like my own page and it's just my own people. And then I'm going to be like, oh, they're missing me over at Mascara Troop Beauty Group where I'm supposed to be right now. Oh my gosh. So it is not lost on me that this is like a huge deal. I am actually pretty nervous, but that's why I want to talk to you, because part of my whole goal is to be very real and very authentic about the struggles that I have in this, as well as just the reasons that I thought I would never be able to succeed at being an artist. So if we're going to start from the beginning, let me tell you, I started as a customer, of course, for about 2 months, maybe 3 months before I decided to become an artist. So I was a customer with one quad, right? So I just had the basics. We are very frugal. I don't spend a lot of money on anything for myself because I'm a mom. And I also don't want to spend an exorbitant amount of money on makeup. Like, it's just not going to happen. But one of the things that I was finding out from my doctor was that my hormones were screwed because of the makeup that I was using, the cleaning products I was using, the candles and the air fresheners in my house. And he was just like, no, you need to go back and you need to look at all the chemicals that are in these things. And you really need to start kind of adapting your lifestyle so that your hormones will be healthier so that you can have healthy kids. And my makeup was one of the last things to go, if I'm being honest. And not that I had a lot of makeup. I am like a tinted moisturizer and mascara and chapstick kind of girl. But I had what I was comfortable with. I had what worked for me. And he was saying like, no, that's not even safe for you. So I had kind of been on the hunt for a while for like a clean makeup. I was invited to a party. I bought a quad, being like, okay, so it's like a $60 investment to see if this works. If it doesn't work, I can get my money back. We may as well try it out. And so I tried it and I fell in love. And so I hit up the girl that sold it to me and I was just like, okay, I'm throwing a party because I want more makeup. I want to try the brushes. I want to try everything you guys have because I am like a true believer at this point. So she set me up with a party, and for the 2 weeks leading up to the party, I took it upon myself to tell all of my friends how much I loved my makeup. And so I was on there every day on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever I could be on, saying like, guys, like, check this out. I feel like I look like I am 25 again. Look at me. I had been like frumpy mom for so long, had not taken care of myself, and all of a sudden I felt hot again. And even my husband was like, dang, like what is going on with you? And so I was telling all of my friends, you have to try this makeup. It's so easy. It's so fast. I can do my whole face in 5 minutes and it's not going to screw with my hormones. Like that was the most exciting thing to me. Yes, it's a little more expensive than drugstore money, but it was way cheaper than all of the other clean brands that I could find. And so I was stoked. So I posted every day leading up to this party. And my party hit, and I ended up getting about $300 worth of rewards back from that party with the 50% off items and then with just the reward percentage. And I was able to like build my stash slowly. It still felt pretty slow, but I mean, that was like a big chunk of like, I got the brushes that I wanted. I got more colors that I wanted to try. I got a bigger compact, like, and I got moisturizer because it's needed. And so I was able to like really build and build on top of this one little quad that I had. And it was awesome. And I had so much support in that. And I was seeing that all of my friends were really digging it because they knew me. They knew I'm not going to support something if I am not like fully in love with it. And they also knew like I'm not a makeup girl. My background is in football. And so for me to come forward and be like, this makeup is amazing and you all need to try it. And they were just like, okay, like you say it's great. Let's try it out. And so my friend that had thrown the party for me was just like, you actually did really well and you might want to think about being an artist. But that was it. That was all she said. And I thought about it for a few weeks and I kept talking myself out of it. Let's talk about why I was talking myself out of it. I am not a girl's girl. Just not a girl's girl. I will hang out with the guys all day long. I'll hang out with my little boys all day long. I feel like I don't have many female friends. I am not super into like beauty and makeup and just all of it. Like I would never consider myself that person. Like I said, my background was football. And so I was like, there's just no way. Secondly, I don't have a cute office or bedroom or a white kitchen with subway tiles. And I was just like, I have nowhere to do live videos for parties or anything like that. My husband's like, you can use my studio. This studio. And I was like, girls aren't going to like that. Girls are going to like tune in and be like, why is she in this weird black studio? And it really didn't matter. Let's see. What were some other reasons? My husband was completely against direct sales, MLMs, like all of that. And was just like, I don't know, this seems kind of scammy. How do you even know that it works? And you're going to have to buy like a minimum of product every month. And so I had gone through before I even talked to him and was like, here's the bottom line, like a $200 kit. And then we need like $12 a month. And that's it. That's all I have to pay for. There's no product minimum. I don't have to store stuff at the house because we have no room in this house. We live in an old, historic house that needs to be completely redone. And he was just like, I don't know. Like he was the most skeptical. And so I knew trying to sell him on me doing this was going to be a hard sell in general. And I didn't have any content. Like I didn't have anything that I felt like, well, I don't have really cute clothes. I have a couple of really nice outfits, but other than that, I don't have cute clothes to show off. I don't have like really good looking recipes because everything I make looks awful or is like a casserole, and it's usually recipes I got from somebody else. Like I'm not going to share that. And so I kept thinking like, I don't have the content to share for anyone to even be interested in this. But I started to see as I was going through that all of the things that I was using to talk myself out of this were actually things that if I was real and authentic and like uniquely me, then it really would not matter what I thought I needed to be. And I kind of have this platform of like, let's be real with each other, because one of my things is like, if we're real with each other and I'm able to share with you what my struggles are, and I'm able to share with you, like, I am not perfect and I don't live in a perfect house, then it's going to do two things. The first thing that it's going to do is show you that you're not alone when you struggle, because I struggle too. But the second thing that it's going to do is empower the people around me to be comfortable enough to talk about their struggles too. Because if we're all more authentic about our struggles, then there's less of the comparison game and there's more of like a sisterhood. And so, because that's something that I have spoken on for years, I stepped into mascara thinking like, this can still be my platform even when selling beauty. So I don't come on every day and say like, oh my gosh, like this product is amazing and it's flawless and blah, blah, blah. I go like, look at this freaking zit right here. Let me show you how we can cover it up. Or like I have freckles, and one of the things that I loved about mascara was that I could put mascara on and you could still see my freckles. And so there were other things that I had seen as flaws before that all of a sudden I was like, that's not a flaw. That makes me me and beautiful. And I think one of the things that we think a lot of the time is like when we come onto a social media platform that we have to be like someone else. But all we're doing when we do that is showing other people that like they have to be like someone else in order for people to like them. And that is not the Mascara Mission. The Mascara Mission is totally like, let's empower women to feel beautiful in their own skin with their own struggles, because we have women that have mature skin. We have women that have oily skin. We have women that have acne or dark under eye circles. Like, there are all these things that we as women go around every day thinking like, this makes me less than. Not just on our face, like lots of things. Our houses, our kids, our imperfect marriages. Like there are all these things where we look at other people and we go, oh, theirs is so great and mine does not add up to that. And so I must be less than. And really it's like, no. We want you to be honest, because we can't have a true connection, especially as a mascara team. And I can't have a connection with my customers until they're honest with me about what they're struggling with. And so one of the bumps that I had once I became an artist was that I had, in a matter of 24 hours, 2 of my friends hit me up and were like, hey, this makeup is not working out for me, and so I think I'm going to return it. Hate to do this, but it's not going to happen for me. And I had great sales up until that point, and all of a sudden something hit me and I was like, I'm doomed. I'm failing. My friends don't like this. But what ended up happening was they had 2 very specific skin types that they hadn't really talked to me about before, where if they had, I would have been able to say like, hey, here's what I recommend if you have super oily skin, or here's what I recommend if you do have dark circles under your eyes. And so even as a customer, it helps so much for you to be authentic with your mascara artist, because we want to actually help. We want you to love the product as much as we love the product. And I have never come at this from a standpoint of like, I have to make sales and I have to meet quotas and get incentives and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that stuff is great. There's also no quota. I don't know why I said that. But I'm not doing my job as a woman if I am not helping you feel beautiful. Like, I only started selling this because I loved it on me. And I thought like, man, this has been a really well-kept secret for a few years. And so if I didn't know about it, there are a lot of people that don't know about it, and they all need to try it too. And so I decided if I'm repping this, this will actually get this out to like my 3,000 friends, and they can make that choice on their own. But it was never like, oh, I can make so much money off of these people, because that's not That's not the goal. Yes, we're making extra income. Yes, it's amazing. But the only reason that that's happening is because I would dare to say my customers and my friends and family know that I want the absolute best thing on their face, because I know they're going to be more confident and they're going to be happier and feel better about themselves if they're doing self-care and they're putting on their face every day. That's what my Meemaw used to say. I gotta go put on my face. If you're putting on your face every day, you feel better about yourself. And I want you to feel better about yourself. So, got off on a little tangent there. Let's bring it back. So anyway, when I started, I went for the lowest kit because, like I said, we are super frugal, and I did not want to try to talk my husband into like, hey, there's this much more expensive kit, and like, I could just go ahead and get that. To me, it was like, I need to show him that I can start with the least amount and make the most amount off of it. Guys, I ranked up in 4 days. 4 days. Then I tripled what I spent on my kit in like less than 10 days. What? We had made a deal. We had made a deal that I was not allowed to quit mascara until I had made back the amount of money that I put into it initially. In 10 days, I could have quit. And actually, probably in 4 days, I could have quit. But by then I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I'm actually doing really well. And so I may as well stay in this and see like where this can take me. But all of the things that had stopped me, all of the things that had almost held me back from doing this, were things that I actually like spun and used to my advantage. So one of the things that I was worried about was that I did not have like cute clothes to show off. So instead, what I have done on my Instagram is take other Instagram content from boutiques, and I will share their like clothing layouts from their boutique and say like, isn't this cute? Like, I want this outfit, because it's stuff I would want to wear if I could afford it. But I can't spend $300 on some Western boots. It's not happening. It's not happening. But I like it. It's my style, and I can authentically share that and still be like, I love this. Never gonna happen, but I love it, and I want to see if you love it too. Another thing I did, like I said earlier, I love Dolly Parton, and so I share the crap out of Dolly Parton. Anything she does. Love me some Dolly. She is up on my Instagram, gosh, at least once a week, because that woman is the most amazing woman in the world. She is. She is. One day you'll all see what I see. Another thing I do, I mentioned that we like live in this really, really old house. And guys, it's freaking haunted. But we've only lived here a year. And so you can imagine, like, as I have been building my mascara business, I have also been discovering that my house is haunted. And so I have been like sharing just stories about my ghosts. And then I started doing a lot of research into who they might be, because it interests me. And I thought, like, people are going to think that this is just so weird. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this girl believes in ghosts and whatever. But it has been so funny how many people are just like, oh my God, move out of your house. They're nice ghosts. They're nice ghosts. None of them have done anything to harm us. My son is the one who like sees everything. But just sharing that and having like this one thing that I feel like makes us really unique as a family, and makes our house unique, also makes me unique. And so therefore it makes my content unique to me. What else? So like clothes. Oh, the room. I use this studio for all of my videos, nobody freaking cares. We've been here a year and we finally painted our bedroom this week. And so I might start using that to do my videos, but I've really gotten used to this setup and I really like it. And I feel like it just also shows like, hey, I'm doing this from my house, and I feel like my friends understand that. And I don't think anyone has ever been like, oh, I don't trust her to buy from her, or like I don't want to be like her because she's in a studio. Not that I want people to want to be like me, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I want people to know that I actually know what I'm talking about with makeup now, whereas before I didn't. But I'm also very honest with anyone that approaches me for makeup that like, this is not my thing. Like, I know more about football than I know about makeup. And so if I can do this, like, freaking anyone can do this. It's true. It's totally true. So I ended up in a month making equally what I would have made waitressing, because at the time that's what I was doing. My husband works all day long and then he comes home at night and he works in the studio at night. And I am a stay-at-home mom, but I was taking up a couple of waitressing shifts a week and going out of the house, waitressing just a couple nights a week and coming back. And in a month, Maskcara equaled what I would have made waitressing. And I was just like, there's really no point in me going out of the house to work if I can just set this up so that I can do this from our own home and not spend the gas money and not worry about rude customers. Like, it was just so much simpler, and it made it a very like cut and dry decision for us. So Maskcara has allowed us to have date nights, to go on road trips. It's given us fun money. Yeah. It has helped with emergency funds as far as like, even in this quarantine, at first we didn't know what was going to happen with my husband's paycheck. And so it was just like, all right, well, we will live off of the Maskcara savings until we know for sure if he's getting paid through this or not. And now we're saving, like I said, that $5 a day, that in hopes of after the quarantine, we have somewhere to go. And it paid for Christmas. Like, I have this thing where I don't like using my husband's money to buy the Christmas gifts for everyone. I have done something every year to make sure that I have the money to be able to like provide Christmas, because I want it to be a gift to him as well, and not just like, hey, I used all of your money to give you and the kids all of these things. And so Maskcara completely paid for Christmas this year for our family, which was awesome. I was able to like really surprise him and the kids with a bunch of stuff that none of them expected. Not a bunch of stuff. We do a couple of big gifts, and really that's it. And I have gotten new besties. I love my team. Actually, my like closest friend on my team, also not a girl's girl, wears a football jersey or a t-shirt and jeans every day. She also has 2 toddlers. Like, we have not met and we talk every day. The girl that signed me up, she is there for me. Like, I can go through my normal struggles and I can go to her and whine and just be like, I'm having the worst day and I need a pep talk. And she's like, girl, you got this. Every time. And it just helps to have like people to lean on. And it doesn't just have to do with Maskcara. I can go to them and be like, guys, struggling today. And they're like, okay. Or I had the flu for 2 weeks and they went onto my Instagram and made sure that I had content rolling every day so that my Instagram didn't just like absolutely lag out, because that is death in the social media world. And so they were there anytime I have reached out and been like, hey, life is crazy and I can't do this, like, they have stepped up. That is the meaning of being a team. They know that, like, we have to work together for this to work for everyone, because I've done the same thing for them. One of them can call me and be like, yo, my kids are sick. I can't do anything today. Do you have any content you can post on my Instagram? Of course I do. Of course I can help out. We have done co-hosting parties together, which is my fave. And we do like Zoom call meetings. Like, I just love that I have this group of women all over the US that I can go to and be like, oh my gosh, like, here's what happened with my day today. What happened with yours? But that's not to say that there aren't slow months or that there aren't hard months, because even with a really good team, there will still be bumps. Like, it's just going to happen. And so one of the things that I have had to do is, like, learn to just stick it out. I haven't had a month since I started selling mascara where I have not made money. That was too many negatives. I have made money every single month since I started mascara. Some months have been way better than others. Yes. But even with the $12 a month price tag on being an artist, I have never walked away losing $12. It has just never happened. And I think that that's really important to understand, is like, you really only need to make one sale to cut even, and you're good. And so if you're working and you are hustling and you are completely genuine, you're going to have no problem walking away with $100 a month. If it's just $100 a month, you're going to have no problem walking away with a couple grand a month if you have a really good month. Can you guys hear my kids screaming right now? So I just want to make sure that, like, we're being honest with our struggles. We're being honest that, like, we do have hard months. The quarantine time is hitting me really hard, as far as, like, I don't want to put pressure on people to buy during quarantine. And so I'm trying to make sure that my customers know, like, you don't have to buy something from me, like, but I do want to hang out with you online if we can hang out. And what do you need from me? Because you've been supporting my business since September when I joined. And so what can I do to support you during this time? I think that's really important, is that not only are we being honest with our struggles, but we're understanding, not only from artist to artist, but artist to customer, that the people around us are also having struggles at the same time. And so I've been really sensitive to the fact that, like, it's fine. Like, it is totally fine if you can't buy anything from me right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop telling you, like, here's this thing that I think you might like. And so I think my customers really appreciate that about me, is that they know I'm going to keep sharing, but that there's never any pressure or any expectation on them that they need to buy something from me. Like, that does not come out of my mouth. But I do want to say, I think that what I would call success in mascara has all happened because I have been able to be real with people. I think had I come on and painted this room all white and worn a black t-shirt and fake lashes and had lip injections, like, I think it only lasts for a little while, because after a while people will start to see through you. And I'm not saying that there's anything with fake lashes and lip injections and all of that. I wear fake lashes sometimes, just not like on the daily. And I've had lip injections before. I will never do it again. But that is a whole other story. But I do think that for me, what works is making sure that like my people know that everything they're seeing from me is as real as it's going to get. I have been very purposeful in making sure people see rocks. Just rocks. And so, like I said earlier, I think that when we try to be someone else, we give off the impression to everyone, you should also try to be someone else. Instead of this empowering message of like, you can be you and you can be beautiful in your own skin and you don't have to be like anyone else. You don't have to have a fancy car. You don't have to have a fancy house. You don't have to have beautiful, expensive clothes. You can show up in jeans and a t-shirt or a tank top and jeans, a necklace and some Lullaby, and you can rock it, girlfriend. Like, you can look however you want to look. This is how I want to look today. And I look hot. But if somebody comes up to me and goes, oh, no, you really should have done this, this, and this, or you should have done a smoky eye today. Like, girl, no. Don't hate on me because I love how I look right now. So, don't try to be like everybody else. You don't have to be like everybody else. You have nothing to prove to anyone. You be you. You rock your own style. You rock your own uniqueness. And not only is that realness going to come through to everyone around you, you're going to start loving yourself more. And that is the name of the game, guys. Like, if we all walk around and we're trying to be like somebody else, we're all miserable all the time. You don't want to be miserable. Nobody wants to hang out with somebody that's miserable. After a while, they're like, oh, she cute. Oh, but she got a bad attitude. I don't want to hang out with that girl. So, being fake only works for a little bit. Whether you're a customer or whether you're an artist, be as real as you can possibly be. Especially if you are a customer. Tell me up front, I don't like this about my face. I have this skin type. I struggle with eyeshadow. I don't know what colors to use to accentuate my best features. Like, we're here to help you with that. And so hit up your artist today and be like, hey, here's something that I either don't like or that I struggle with makeup, and how can you help me with that? They are going to point you to a product, they are going to point you to a tutorial, or they're going to tell you themselves like, hey, get on a conference call with me really quick and let's see how you're doing this step by step, because I want to see if like maybe you're missing something. Like, we want to help you. That's what your artist is here for. And if you want to join to be an artist, like, do it. Do it. Because I told you, my husband was the most skeptical. My husband is all about some mascara right now. I was like, hey, I have to go do this like live video. He's like, for mascara? Oh my gosh, this is such a big deal and you're gonna do great and you look good. You look real good. And I was just like, Like, he loves it. He loves that I have my own thing. He had been encouraging me to do my own thing for years. And I was so scared when I came to him with this. He was going to be like, do your own thing, but don't do that. But I came to him with this, and he's like, do your own thing. Let's see what happens. And now he's like, oh, yeah, you should have been doing this for years. So take the leap, ladies. Like, if you've been kind of on the fence about being an artist, talk to your artist, ask her what she has struggled with, ask her what advice she has, because all of these teams, we have boot camps, we have the Mascara Troop Beauty Group has like our own little checklist of things that we need to do. And so there's not a time where you don't have something you can do to be growing your business. If you're ever stuck, there are thousands of women around you going like, I have this idea, or hey, have you tried this yet? Like, just keep going and keep being yourself. That is it. I love you all. Hit up your artist. Ask them questions. Tell them what you're struggling with. Tell them you want to be an artist, because then they'll all love me. If you guys are like, oh my gosh, Rox was so true, and now I want to be an artist, then all other artists will love me. No. So hit them up. Let them know, like, hey, I want to join the team. Or, hey, here's what I'm struggling with my face. Or, hey, I tried this product, but I'm not really sure that I like it. Am I doing something wrong? Because they're going to tell you straight up, like, hey, with your skin type, maybe this wasn't the best pick. Or, hey, like, let's try it this way. Y'all, I was using the toner for weeks before I really realized that I was using it wrong. And I'm an artist. So just be honest about your struggles, because when we're honest, then we can get real help. So I love you guys. I hope everyone has an amazing week. Please, please, please don't go crazy in quarantine. Make sure that you are doing self-care. Get dressed, put your shoes on, do your makeup. Even if you are not going anywhere, spend some time on yourself, because you need it and you deserve it. Bye.